Hi, everybody. Welcome to, it's another one of these. Want to tell you about him. Of course, it's the Big Mac of love, Mac Engel. I am Mr. Randy and rah. Cowboys. A lot of stuff going on. There's some concern in our local Jock Kingdom Rangers. Yeah, we got concern. But Cows win. They won an opener. All right, Mac Engel, you were much more optimistic about this club than I was. You were talking, 10 to 12 wins. I'm settling right in at 8-8. But I want to tell you, Mr. Daffodils and Sunshine, I want to tell you that there was nothing seen in the season opening win over the Giants, Cows win, that would make me get off my 8-8 prediction. Now, are you still predicting Super Bowl and 12-13 wins this year?
First of all, let's clean this up, Mr. Revisionist History. I'm going with 10-6, and what I saw
10-6, you're nuts. Go ahead.
What I saw on Sunday night, yes, from the offensive line to Jason Hatcher and to the law of averages says the Cowboys are going to force more turnovers this season than they did last season. They're not doing 6 a game. It's a crack pipe dream. If they just had a few more turnovers last season, the team wins 9 or 10 games and they get into the playoffs. So if this team does just a few more turnovers this season, they're going to win 9 or 10 games, Randy. I'm right about this. Do yourself a favor. Get on board my 10-6 bandwagon and look smart while you can before you look so stupid again.
Let me say this to you, Mr. Engel. I will never get on any train that Jerry Jones is the engineer. Now, if you want to ride that train, because
Fair point.
History says you're going to run out of track. And that thing's going to start rolling, okay?
You're right. This buyer beware.
Jerry Jones is your engineer.
Okay.
He ain't my engineer. Now, here's what...
You really saw nothing out of that game that gave you any pause to reconsider any of your preseason predictions?
Not really, because I'm trying to look at the big picture out there. And we've talked about this. NFC East does not look that good. Although we'll have to admit, after only 1 week, that Chip Kelly
that was fun to watch
in the NFL.
Michael Vick's going to be dead here in about 5 weeks. But it was a hell of a lot of fun to watch.
That's the whole point.
Right.
Vick cannot hold up physically under that offense, but it did look, and I thought Washington would be iffy because of RG3 and the way he looked in the first half, about the first 3 quarters, awful. And I kind of came around.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
But you know what they weren't doing? They weren't letting RG3 use his feet.
No, that's an edict from the coach. They're not hitting the cash cow there.
That ain't going to
that's where you worry.
That ain't going to be him. The Giants will not play as bad as they did.
I agree.
I mean, they're going to be better. But if I've got any optimism about what's going on with the Cowboys, and it's not a lot to change off an 8-8 thing, it would be that these 2 old timers, and I love old men. I love it when old men just take control. That would be Mr. Kiffin and Mr. Marinelli.
You're buying that.
They did come in here promising turnovers.
Randy, you could have coached the defense and had more turnovers than this crew had last season.
Well,
Mr. Randy's going to fix them up. We're getting 17 turnovers this season.
Hold on. They came in here promising this. And you know what? In a game 1, they delivered 5 of them on defense. 6 overall, 5 of them on defense. So I hate the depth, despite what was seen Sunday, when the depth actually held up pretty good. I hate the depth at the front of the 4-3. You cannot have a defensive line in a 4-3 without having depth.
They have none.
And they don't, even though they didn't look that bad coming up. I also think that we hadn't even seen the Tony Romo thing and the Dez Bryant thing, but I did like the fact that while the Giants took Dez Bryant out, Miles Austin stepped up.
Tony didn't force it at all. He was smart. Everything was dump throws. Everything was underneath. He didn't force anything. Now it helped. He had a lead, so he didn't have to go Tony stupid on us.
I don't want to get too technical with you, too football technical, because
are you more of a 3 technique guy, hand on the ground, A gap?
My brain understands
cluttered with Miller Lite
technical stuff, but New York played too deep.
They did play too deep,
and so there was
that
nothing
underneath
there.
Stuff there.
That's right. There was nothing there deep. So Tony was a very smart quarterback. Whoop, 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 whoop. And Miles Austin, hey, you want to take Dez out? Whoop, whoop, whoop. A lot of whoops right there. They're
There's
an
a lot of
8-18.
whoop right
okay,
there. 10-6.
This man's got
Not-
13 wins and in the Super Bowl.
You're going to book your tickets to New York.
We'll probably talk to you about the same thing next week, maybe. See you then.